Hey, Max here. So I saw some pushback yesterday on the meta report and why I was wrong about zones and stuff and how they'll get better as players get better rated overall. So today I want to go through and show why I said what I said when I tested it. People are like, oh, you haven't played the game enough, you don't know anything about it. But I have tested it, not like as extensively as previous years where I've put thousands of hours into the game, but I feel still pretty confident in my predictions for what's going to happen and what people are going to feel after their first 50, 100 hours in the game and how they're going to feel like I feel. So I'm going to show you why zones, and one of the major issues of Madden is going to be zones again this year. There's two things in zones, right? We're going to test out Cloud Flats today, so I'm going to show you off the zone coverage of my cornerbacks. This is the reaction time, which a lot of people focus on, I think, somewhat to a detriment. We focus too much on reaction time of players like Madden 18. Remember the 91 zones, how they reacted so quickly? That's not good. Don't focus just on reaction time. I want to focus on placement of the zones and how they drop too. So what I'm going to show you is Hilton's got 99. I've tested out a whole bunch of different zones. I've redone them. But I'm going to show Hilton and Burns. Those are kind of like the two I want to show off. Hilton at 99, Burns at 80. 80 is fairly normal for Mutt right now. Hilton is the best we're going to get at 99 zone coverage. That maybe if somebody can prove me wrong, I'd love to see it. These guys aren't equal in stats on other stats. So definitely tell me I'm wrong, prove it, show me a video. I would love to see it. But I confirmed this with Matster Gamer, who I'll have on the stream today at 2 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk about stats and thresholds and stuff like that. He plays on All Madden. This is on All Pro. Remember that? All Pro. So we wanted to go Artie Burns there at 80 zone coverage. I'm going to show you what's happening now. So we'll go Tampa 2. And then here we'll go shotgun, like I talked about, cluster, which I feel like is super effective and is going to take over the meta. So let's just do Z-spot. All I'm going to do to Z-spot is take that corner route to the sticks. Sorry, so 10-yard corner route. And here's the thing. A lot of people are going to say zones are great because their opponents throw bad plays at them. Now, I'm not saying this is a great play. This isn't even a great concept here. But I think once you start seeing your opponents run good plays that can beat your zones consistently for corner routes, you're going to start to feel as frustrated as I am. Once you start to play a smart opponent, you will see the issues. They'll start putting up 50 points a game against you. So, Moncrief. Watch him. This is against 80 zone over there. Watch this. All right, right there. And the safety made the play. Okay, good on the safety. So, I want to show the reaction time of 80 zone coverage right now. We're going to see when out of Roethlisberger's hands. We're going to see once he throws it. All right, where did he start making his break on that? Ball was way down the field, right? And it was a completion. So you're like, okay, that's okay. And here's the thing. There are randomness to these breaks. So he broke late, and the next play he'll break better because there's a random factor to how well he breaks. I don't know why they added a random factor, why they can't just say one breaks better than the other based off how long the timer is out of hand. So you see how this is kind of late break. He breaks on it at the 36-yard line-ish, maybe a little bit before right here, 37-yard line-ish, and we're able to fit in that same pocket. The problem that I see with these zones, now you're like 80, okay, that's whatever. That's fine. It was completion, it was over his head. The problem with these zones is when I call a cloud flat, I want them to sit back. I want them to go back to that corner route and to stop that corner route. I don't want the safety to have to make a play on a corner route because then people will just run streaks to distract the safety and your corner route will be wide butt naked. And that's what happens. Your corner route gets butt naked over top of these clouds. So, that is 80, okay? I'm going to throw it again. We're going to watch 80 again. You're going to see how the reaction's slightly different. I'm assuming due to, nope, about the same, right? And that time I hung on. The safety couldn't knock it out. So we'll take a look at this too. So 80 zone breaks right. Look at this. It's at the 40. It's at the 39 this time. He breaks. Do you see how his feet shuffle? Now you're right. Like maybe you could have thrown it different. It was close enough. So he broke at the 39 that time. All right. So it's randomly different. That's one thing I don't love about the stats playing randomly different. They added an RNG factor into our zones breaking. This is something I disagree with them when they mentioned it last year that they're adding into the game. I hate more RNG in a game. Just make my stats play consistently and better based on what the stats are. So he broke better that time, okay? That's something you're going to see. And you're like, okay, that's 80. That's not that good. You're right. That isn't that good. Let's watch 99 in action and watch 99 versus that same corner route and how he plays it. So shotgun, we'll go to gun cluster again. Z spot. And then in the formation, we're going to put a 99 Hilton into that same spot. Now you're going to see Hilton. He will, with 99 zone coverage, make the break every time. So I'm not saying there's no worth to zone coverage. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying watch the placement of Hilton and how I can thread this ball in too. See how far away is? That's 99 zone coverage. And I can still throw that ball in. He doesn't play the route any better than somebody with 80. So watch the reaction. You're like, oh, well, maybe threw that a little earlier. And maybe you're right. Maybe the throw timing was slightly off by tenths of a second. But look how far away. Like, when I call cloud flat, I want them to play the corner route. This 99 zone coverage, watch his break. It's gonna be better. It's not gonna be randomly late, randomly early. So I'm not saying the zone timing's false. This one breaks at the 40-39, so slightly better. Right? Okay, there he transitions. There he transitions animations. So 40-41. So 80 zone and 99 zone transition about the same place. Right? That 40 to 41 yard line. Maybe 99 slightly ahead of it. So, and through this testing, I've seen 88 react very similar to 99. But I think 99 is still the goal, still the best. But the fact that his positioning is so wrong means these issues will still be in the game through the year. The fact that he doesn't stay back on a corner route is my biggest issue with the game. Not necessarily that stats don't matter, but the fact that he's nowhere near where he needs to be. And you see this with zones all over the field. So that's why I think the Madden meta is going to be, corner routes, those fly routes that you saw me exploit zones with. Like, it's frustrating. Like, why can't they make, how hard is, everybody's like, oh, this AI is really hard to code. We've been bitching about cloud flats and not playing back on corners, crossers for years. How hard is it say, hey, why don't you play back about 5 to 10 yards deeper? If he's playing back here, this ball might be an interception. And I'm not saying zones are perfect. Guys don't always react. Guys do stand and look at balls that are right at them or let balls fly over their head. That's still an issue. But just for corner routes, how hard is it to make your cloud flat play the deep corner? He is covering 0 players right here. This guy's open. This guy's open. You can really only call a hard flat. You're essentially calling a hard flat, but you might as well be standing and trying to trip him like Mike Tomlin. This is terrible. 99 zone lets that get over his head. That's a short corner. That's not a deep corner like in Madden 19. This is why you can't call it. One of the reasons that and deep blue's playing really terrible. Cover 2 is terrible. Cloud flat's bad. So it's just frustrating, right? They just need to fix this shit dropping. They need to fix placement on the field of zones. They need to fix, obviously, match coverage is still broken. That needs to be fixed. Too much weird spot drop in there. There's so many things to go through with zones. It's so I understand it's so complicated, but a simple fix of putting cloud flats to play back 5 to 10 yards would immensely improve just cover 2, even cover 3, because those corners get open against it too. So cloud flats, please. I need you to play further back. Still an easy completion against 99. So that's my plead, at least in this very specific meta moment about zones. I need that. Deep zones, I mean, we could go for days. But that's it for this video. That's all I wanted to show with reaction. So I just want to show, I did notice a difference between high and low zones, but there was very small differences in the reaction rate, but it was there, even though how small. So I wouldn't worry so much about zone on cards this year. Try and get high man guys, because that plays better, and it doesn't seem like you get a ton of improvement from one zone rating to another. That's kind of the takeaway. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Tell me how much I suck, and I'll see you tomorrow.